Republican member of the U.S. House of Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene was on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast, and she was talking about the midterms coming up in 2026. And she said something I actually agree with. She said the Republicans could lose the midterms. And now I agree, they could lose the midterms. But she was talking about the midterm elections, and she was talking about what she thinks her fellow Republicans need to do to make sure they win the midterms. And she says they need to deliver on the agenda of Donald Trump from the campaign promises. Things like no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, lowering prices. And she goes, well, except for Donald Trump's executive orders that people are very happy with, she goes, what have we gotten done? We're on the verge of losing in the midterms, and we need to run on something deeper than the Democrats are going to impeach Trump. And I think she's right about what the Republicans need to run on. Now, they're not going to. That's going to be their whole strategy. They're not going to get much accomplished. I don't know if they're going to be able to pass that new tax code with the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. They're barely able to get anything passed right now as is. They haven't gotten much accomplished since Donald Trump took over. About the only thing that they've gotten accomplished was funding the government through September. And we'll see even how that goes. We're running up against a debt ceiling increase that they need to figure out. We're going to have to see what they get done between now and then, but I don't think they're going to get a lot accomplished. Now, if they don't get much accomplished and Donald Trump is allowed to continue to impose the tariffs willy-nilly and wrecks the economy, it is not going to matter what they run on. It is going to be very hard to elect a Republican, and I think they're going to lose the House and the Senate. She also said that most voters are not going to care if they run on a "we have to stop the Democrats from impeaching Trump" platform. She goes, because the voters are going to be like, well, we've been there, we've done that, and it didn't do anything. If Democrats impeach Trump, what's the difference? So I think she's also right there with that point. Is just running on a we have to stop them from impeaching Trump isn't going to be enough. They're going to need to do something. Now, she's wrong on what they need to do. They need to work on holding Donald Trump accountable and fixing the economy. But she's already calling out the warnings that they could lose the House and the Senate. And I agree. That is up, and that is a very real possibility. That they could lose the House, they could lose the Senate, and now we need to make that a possibility, a reality, and work on getting Democrats back in control of at least one, if not both houses in Congress, to put some reins back on Donald Trump and this presidency so the damage is minimalized.